Bo's now in the chair.
Let me get him, let me get him.
I am in the back.
Yes, you do.
After capturing the guru, the Dingos confiscated his magic walking staff and moonstone. Without these objects, the guru is powerless.
Given that we're dealing with miners, I bet they stashed the goods in one of the caves around here. It's a secure location with plenty of guys on duty to provide protection.
I agree. The most likely candidate is this mine shaft. It appears to have the highest number of workers coming in and out.
Good place to start. I'm on it.
Those caves are gonna be dark. Your optimizer goggles will make navigation easier.
No, they don't. I tried those before. They rarely hurt your eyeballs.
If they're here, the guru's items will be stashed at the far end of this cave.
I still kind of see like.
Because you're a fan.
Maybe.
I'm not into tearing up the environment or anything, but these caves are rich with opals. I can see why these miners are so driven.
Really? A chocolate ring?
Time to take you back to your rightful owner. These miners are smarter than they look. They booby-trapped the moonstone. It looks like a light-sensitive detonator. If I can get it outside and into the sunlight, it should power down.
gotta dig.
Well, that's true, but how do they know how to make something as complicated as a light-sensitive detonator? And then they use explosives and whatnot to find
Those
stuff.
walking staff must be hidden in their other cave complex. I marked the entrance in your binocular.
That is impressive.
Oh boy. JoJo in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, here comes Nexus.
Yay!
I like how I caught the JoJo in exact timing too.
These caves have no ambient light whatsoever. Fortunately, it seems the Guru's moonstone is providing enough illumination to let you see. Watch your steps. These mine pits are deep.
Bye.
Yay, I got a stick.
Wonder what's so special about this staff. Another booby trap for a stick? These guys are paranoid. And from the sound of it, they've called in reinforcements. Nothing like a horde of angry dingoes to make things a bit more interesting.
Insert cartoon dust cloud here.
Not today.
What's that?
Not today, Devil Man. Not today.
Devil Man? When did he get here?
Dig into this operation.
Really?
Yep. I was out late last night, so I'm still kind of sleepy. So I'm engaging with the chat.
No, I get that, but why does this sax?
Because I like the sax.
Socks.
Socks are comfy.
Bye, Lillian.
I like how they just turn into smoke and disappear in this game.
Yeah, child friendly.
Wait, is that my one? God, I sound awful.
Chuck, what can you do me a favor?
What's that?
Can you move the webcam to your left?
Is that good?
Just... It just looks like you moved it up. That's your right. There you go.
As far as left is it going?
Murray, let's motor out to Ayers Rock and scare away those mining
I'm
dingoes.
trying to get
Your
the
guru
center
wants
on
it
you,
purified.
but-
Awesome! This is the biggest truck I've ever gotten to drive! I could crush
Why
houses
does
with
this?
this
Oh,
baby!
okay, I'm just gonna say it, and you guys probably won't get this reference. This truck looks a lot like manslaughter from this marijuana. You guys won't get it. You guys
It
don't-
also looks like a fucking drill from Dead Space 2.
I don't know that 'cause I don't take that space.
You'd be good at it.
Why's that?
It involves killing zombies.
Oh,
They're
yeah!
not zombies, they're necromorphs.
They are essentially space zombies, and you know it.
It's just you can't miss it because the thing to make you happy.
I have an idea of how we might drive the miners out of Ayers Rock. But for my plan to work, we'll need to force the drill on this
Big
rig
ass.
deeper into the ground.
Okay, Bentley,
Mobile
you've got my interest.
base.
Though it looks like I may have to take care of a few guards if I'm going to get at those drill controls.
Defeat the guards and start the drill. Then Murray can begin phase 2 of my plan.
Honestly, it kind of reminds me of the characters from God Eater.
Nice work,
No,
Spy. The
it's
sonic
pronounced
vibrations
organ.
caused by that drill should drive the giant scorpions in the area to the
Organ.
surface. And we can capture a bunch of red soldier scorpions. Releasing them into Ayers Rock is sure to push out the miners.
Sounds like a job for the Murray. One question. How do I capture scorpions with a truck?
The vehicle is equipped with a supercharged e-brake, which, if full when
Ultra
moving,
7.
will cause a forward flip. Time it correctly, and you'll trap the scorpion in the mining that's built into the bed of the truck.
Yes,
Okay,
I
Bentley,
lived there.
bring on the scorpions.
Not so fast. The truck's tires will heat up quickly in this blazing hot sand. You'll have to cool them down by driving into the water or running over scorpions. Watch your heat meter to make sure they don't melt. And remember, we're only interested
Sorry,
in the
how
red
does
soldier
running over
scorpions.
scorpions
The blue
cool
worker
tires
scorpions
down?
won't help us scare the miners off. The truck controls are straightforward. Hold the X button to go forward and the square button to drive in reverse. When you're going fast enough, press the up. You'll need to trap those red scorpions. Hurry. Use the R1 button after you've built up some
Yep,
speed.
I have to do that.
That's it.
Oh, now I know what reminds me of.
Here we go.
Nice work. Looks like more are being
Yeah,
driven to the
it's-
surface. fly, you'll have to climb to the top of the drill tower and override the depth control system.
Okay, Bentley, I'm on my way.
It's working. Wait a minute. It's draining the water around the tower. Murray, you'll have to rely on squishing scorpions to keep your cool from here on out.
No problem, Bentley. I totally got the hang of it now. Come on! Here we go! Hey there, Big Red! Here we go! Rolling! Whoa! Yeah! Oh boy!
Nice, just a few more, and we'll have enough to purify Ayers Rock.
Oh yeah! Rolling! That's it!
I'm back.
Yay!
Okay, let's go.
Come on!
Don't ask why.
Oh yeah!
It's
Up.
Great job, Murray. Now back that truck
Oh,
full of
this
scorpions up to
mission.
the mine entrance
I
and
remember this.
deliver that not-so-friendly payload.
Now! Giant scorpions? Run for it, mate!
I forget if you had to squish the red ones to catch the blue ones or the other way around. But I do remember this mission. You're gathering
Nice
scorpions
teamwork,
to
guys.
scare the
Ayers
miners out of the
is
rock.
Clean of miners. The guru will be pleased.
Yay! No job complete.
the guru. Please sounds so threatening. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just gonna put this out there. It's Australia in there. I would believe scorpions got that big there.
Yeah.
I mean, they have spiders that fucking eat birds.
Kind of birds.
The ones that fly.
Okay, good.
Can you imagine a fucking spider that big?
Just round rentals.
What?
So, Chocobo, did you see what I added to the timeline earlier this morning?
Yes, I'm so excited. I think I'm next. I think.
I've yet to read it.
Read it now.
Well, Bear's character first, then you.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you mentioned that.
But you are getting there.
Yay!
So, to briefly sum this up for Bear, I finally reached the part of the timeline where we reach, you know, the new guy's first job.
Okay.
I also described what's going on as effectively Bentley playing 5D chess with the villain of the story, using everybody as pawns to do so.
My God.
Wait a second, wasn't that what is turtle? I can't remember what it is.
Bentley is a box turtle.
Wasn't he walking though? Last time I seen him.
Well, it depends on whether Bentley wants to wear the exoskeleton or not, I guess.
Oh.
No.
Man went to sleep.
I got home late last night because I went to go see the Super Mario Brothers.
How was it?
Woohoo!
Stop it. Get some help.
It was good.
I'll take that as a good sign.
It was
Yeah.
great.
I saw it too. It was really good.
Oh, wait, crap, I almost forgot. I should have played this when I got back.
Oh. Well, if everyone gets to like donut pairs, I guess. Man, you know what time it is.
Yep.
Because you're running away from a threatening mob of things trying to hurt you. In other words, it's an action sequence. I'll be right with you guys.
But tell me, how do you plan to escape? You can transform yourself. Why, once you take shape, a guard is sure to come inside and investigate. Too true. Wait, here comes a
What? Where'd he go?
I'm a rock.
Master, you're the greatest!
All I can say is, you know, I heard Coopers were the best of the best, but you suck. Bite me, it's my first night.
For the thrills, I guess Bentley's
Yeah,
found
you know,
out we
for
What?
Cooper, you're not a very good thief.
Ah, screw off, it's my first night. Like, for whatever reason, I paint this picture like that first Venom movie. You know, so as a journalist, I've learned to follow people, but you suck.
Your talents are impressive,
I'll be right
Guru.
back.
Harvey does you right.
Uh-huh, yeah.
How's the song everybody? Nina.
I hear you. Those drills are tearing up the landscape. They appear to be fragile at the base. Ram a guard into it, and the whole apparatus should break apart.
Harvey got it here.
Oh yeah, some things never change.
I wish we could understand what you're saying, Guru. Make it so much easier. So much content. So much content. No! Can't get things.
At least they learned from this and gave Bob Cooper subtitles.
That's true.
Sweet moves, Master! Down it goes!
What the?
What the?
Oh yeah, these guys are hosed!
Have you tried on the roof of that building?
Oh, wait.
Like, I remember there's usually at least one guard patrolling up there. Usually.
Yeah. Let's go.
Well,
Ah, there we go. That one.
guess I'm wrong.
Security man.
Where'd he go? I must be dreaming.
Surprise chiropractor!
Master, you are king! Keep it up! Bentley's got another plan to stick it to these miners. Head for that far rock.
Okay, we good. We good.
What?
Oh yeah, sure. Random rock.
That grinder's
Unseen
tearing
glass.
up
That
one
won't
rock.
be suspicious
How
at all.
shut up.
I know, it's awful. However, the link
But we're suspicious
generator
of turning
is
into a
being
random wheel of
easily
cheese in the next
destroyed,
episode.
Provided you can jump a few guards over there and ram
I
it.
guess.
Ah,
I
what
guess.
a time.
Good as this cheese to meet you.
But
Easy.
It's a fluff muffin.
Is it me, or do their legs turn into actual wheels when they get jumped on?
I think it's just the effects.
That machine is crying hot, oily tears from your righteous blow.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm out.
And the fluff muffin leaves. Oh well.
He's not one for unwanted attention.
Well, they're dropping grenades out of the sky for you.
Don't.
Well, in the briefing for the episode, Sly described this as taking control of the weak-minded. They're not paid to think.
Faster, you've done it.
They're paid
My
to walk.
machines are silent. The Dreamtime spirits rejoice.
Also, freaking chainsaw truck.
Chainsaw Man's vehicle of choice.
Of course, they have to repave the road every time he drives somewhere.
Join our team, provided we can rid his homeland of the Dingo miners and deal with the Mask of Dark Earth. A tall order, but we're up for it. First, we'll enlist the aid of some local wildlife to help thin out the miners' ranks. Murray will feed our foes to a local giant crocodile. With some luck, he'll take a liking to the taste of miners and chow down on them left and
Yeah,
right.
that checks. It's still Australia.
Second, we'll hit these guys where they live, or at least relax. If we can clear them out of this lemonade bar, it'll be a crippling blow to their morale. They'll be begging to go home. And finally, Sly will use some mining equipment to drill for
And that's the last Australia joke I'm gonna make for the
dry
remainder of the
liquid.
playthrough.
Trust me, it's the key to getting rid of the Mask of Dark
I
Earth.
still got one more. A dingo ate my baby!
I don't get it.
Apparently it's from a movie.
Oh, so that's what the title's supposed to be.
Yeah. It's a movie.
I was
It's
thinking
about a
a
movie
dingo ate
set in
my baby.
Australia.
I was so confused.
A dingo ate my baby!
Let's do this one first.
And you didn't realize you put at instead of 8, right?
What?
There's no E at the end of 8. You
Idly
just said at.
subtracted a few miners from the equation.
Motherfucker!
You know I don't
Language.
understand that math talk.
We need to put the smack down on these bad dudes for justice.
Righteous. I'm the man for the job.
The guru will start luring miners to a position near this giant crocodile. Your job is to throw the thugs into the mouth of the monster.
Teach him to like eating miners.
This is murder.
That's a sinister plan, Bentley. I approve.
With
This
some
is
luck, the
both murder
oversized
and animal
crocodile will
abuse.
be an invaluable asset
Are
in
these
our efforts
supposed
to
to be
drive
good
away
guys?
the miners. He might
Murder
even
abuse?
take care of our Mask of Dark Earth problems.
Bentley,
I've spotted
you
him
okay, man?
prowling
You
near
haven't been the same
safe
since
house.
Clockluck.
Roger. It's feeding
Bentley, your
time.
clockwork is showing.
Sadly enough, considering the way his personality is going and the fanfic, this is actually in line. Again, aforementioned 5D chess with everybody as a freaking pawn.
Taste for both types of guards. 4 kangaroos and 4 dingoes should do it.
Take a bite of this. That's right. Miners are food. You like
Seriously, the kangaroo guys have their kids with them. This is awful.
Wonder if they taste good. Oh yeah, that's tasty. Hungry
That's
little
what child
fella?
endangerment is out here, kids.
Waiter,
This
suck
is
up.
child endangerment. Child murder.
need to sneak up on this guy in order to grab him.
If you press the circle button while you're holding these guys, you'll be able to mug them.
Let's go. Mug 'em.
And you just drowned 2 of them.
Let's.
Because it was a kangaroo. So there was one of the dudes in his pouch.
The miner with a flashlight in order to grab him.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if the slot, if the game really are the good guys. Because I mean, technically speaking, these guys are just doing their job, right?
Yeah.
Technically, yes.
Like they're not criminals.
Right now, they're just eco-terrorists.
Oh, if they're eco-terrorists, that's fine.
After all, they're doing this to purify air's rocks for the spirits to be happy.
Okay, so yeah, this is fine. Captain Planet, these motherfuckers.
They're just doing their jobs. Wait, they're eco-terrorists? They have to die.
Yeah?
Take cover, Murray. Here comes
Nom.
the guard wearing the mask of Dark Earth. Let's see if all of your hard work with this croc pays off.
Little did they realize that this alligator was actually related to Kirby, so instead of actually killing all these people, they're just sent to a pocket dimension.
Nation, that mask keeps getting away. Since when do masks get away?
Were they-
Rock is related to Kirby?
This crocodile, oh, I'm joking, like, the only way this could not be considered mass murder is if they're just being sent to the alternate pocket dimension Kirby leads to.
I was making a joke because they called it the TikTok croc.
Ah. I guess that's where Captain Hook's hand went.
Ooh, the claw.
Shake it! From the outside!
We're ready to head out to the oil fields. Should be right through this cave.
Oh yeah! Bentley said there'd
Oh,
be heavy
no.
machinery and destruction going down.
Sounds like your thing.
Y-E-S, yeah!
We're going
Who's
after
in charge
some
here?
radioactive
The
oil. right?
claw!
I don't know.
Wait,
I can
Claw,
never
damn it,
get
who shall
oil
say it? Who shall
light
know?
shows. Don't tell Bentley.
Radioactive oil?
Yeah, apparently radioactive oil. And Murray's gonna outright start rolling in it.
Are we gonna get a Godzilla situation here? Are we gonna get a radioactive pitbull monster?
Look at his hat! Look at Kibo's hat. It looks like Superman.
No, but Murray's gonna need to get checked for her who knows what in the near future.
While Murray gets all 6 oil wells flowing. Use this Super Claw 10,000 to deal with any miners that might show up. Use the left analog stick to move the claw around. The X button will pick up and release items. Before you're spotted, why don't you pick up that rock and drop it in the pit?
This is easy.
You do seem quite adept. The other important feature on the 10,000 model is the throwing action. Just
Slides and
pick up
Astro
an
Claw
item
games confirmed.
And press the circle button to throw them. You can throw things quite
It only
late.
makes sense that a thief would be able to out-thief a machine designed to steal your money.
I think I've got the hang of it.
Nice shot. Let's see you do it again.
Face it, Bentley. I'm a natural.
I like how
You're right, because it looks like the miners are
in
onto us.
Japan,
Defend the power stations by using
staff
everything
workers
and
who
anything
notice
in the
you
oil
having
field.
trouble
This
following
electric
actually,
fence should come in especially handy for
step in and help.
dispatching guards. Here
the
they
dude
come.
here if you play the game for you.
Drop one of those barrels on one of these jerks, see what happens. Yeet.
Goes the dynamite.
I love doing that. both the barrels and throwing these guys into the electric fence.
I would feel kind of bad for these guys, but they're eco-terrorists, so...
I was describing Sly and the gang as eco-terrorists. They're killing people and committing crimes in the name of preserving nature.
So what you're saying is no one's a good guy in this game.
More or less.
The gang is just the lesser of two evils.
I mean, even in the first game, they're more or less addressed as anti-heroes.
Hey, deadly fence, miner guy! All three wells are puking up the crude oil. Give me a lift to the next set.
You need to take out the relay hurry slide, grab Murray, and boom.
I'm just gonna point this out now. There's like a theme to this game that was perfect for a final entry for the series.
You better pick up the pace slide, grab
Check out these
Learning to
guns.
let go of legacy
Got me.
and move on with your life.
Miles away. He's so zapped.
I'm glad this is just the whip DINGO. I don't have any flashlight guys in here.
Got another one going.
Not yet, at least.
Not yet. Not yet. Oh, bring it out.
I don't remember if they show up later in this mission or not, is all I'm saying.
I hope not.
Because, like, I don't think we've seen very many of the kangaroo guys here either.
We just got the whip guys.
Like, the kangaroo guys throw rocks.
Man, this is tiring. Just one more to go. Oh, that looked awful. Nice work.
I'm honestly surprised they're trying to attack the power generator things instead of attacking Murray. Then again, to quote Mr. Popo,
He's not getting
no,
up.
it just knows better.
That's it. Throw
Wow,
the
this ship knows your name?
Nice work, guys.
Ho, ho!
Now that all the oil wells are active, we can move on to phase 2,
Yep.
where we light the crude oil.
Yeah.
Your name opens the ship? Po! Closes it too! Po! Ah! No, it just knows better.
You better pick up the pace. Okay, Sly, it's safe to let Murray go now.
Okay, look, pal, I don't make the rules. Well, who does?
Let's get that oil
I.
burning.
Because they are
Sly,
incredibly
drop
fair and
the flint
balanced.
rock on the end of that long plank. Murray, you'll then jump on the end and catapult the rock to the oil wells. The sparks on impact should start a fire.
Let's fire it up.
Honestly, Ferb is doing a lot better at this game than I would. I sucked at the crane missions.
One must become one with the crane. Become one with the crane.
Become one with the claw.
When you become one with the claw, all becomes meaningless.
All becomes relative.
So, go even more insane than usual. Okay.
Yep.
It's not like the bad guys.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
You mean Dr. Claw?
Fun fact, Soundwave in Transformers Generation 1 and in some later series, voiced by Frank Welker, it's actually Frank Welker's Dr. Claw voice with a bunch of like synthesizer crap over it.
When the oil wells light, the pressure differential should draw the deep uranium-enriched glowing oil.
No, seriously, if you want to hear what Frank Welker sounds like as Soundwave without the voice stuff, rewatch the Favors. They actually have Frank Welker voicing Soundwave without the voice modulation thing. He
Yeah, and
sounds
it's
like
basically
Dr.
just
Claw.
Dr. Claw.
I'm worried that Murray might turn into a cool, or he's something much worse. You gotta keep an eye on him. He just exposed himself to a lot of radiation.
He might turn into a kaiju.
Oh god, Hippo Mothra.
Actually, I didn't Mothra, but with Murray's face on it.
Oh god, I want to see that.
Or just Mothra wearing Murray's outfit.
Yeah.
11 raids. One of the most fun missions of the entire game.
Yep, that's why I saved it for last.
All right, boys. Look tough and get angry. It's time to intimidate the locals.
I'm
And
not
also
sure I
does
can do
really, it
How
does a
do
really
you
good
guys
job at
get
showing
angry?
Find the match.
the bond these three have with how they banter between each other
And
while
let the
fighting.
fire burn up your guts and boil your blood.
Yeah, I pretty much do the same thing. Look,
yeah, I
our
just
goal
do
is
that
to drive
too.
away these miners, and we'll do whatever it takes.
Ah!
Well, that's cheating. The turtle spilled more than he drank. That's just him being uncoordinated. If you're gonna call that cheating, I'm gonna call just... I don't know what to call you guys.
Bad sports.
Jerk. Yeah, I'll call them jerk.
Listen up, dirtbags. Time to clear out. From now on, this bar is Cooper Gang turf.
Ta, tuk, wagga.
I think
You
that's
ain't got
racist.
no respect with us. We here are known around these parts for our drinking skills. And this just happens to be a lemonade bar.
Sly, I'm not sure this is such a good idea.
Because the game
If the
still has to be
lemonade
rated
drinking
E.
challenge is what you had in mind, then the three of us will take on the best 3 lemonade drinkers you got.
I am darn sure that in universe this is just a regular ass bar.
Ready, steady, go! Steady on! Bring it!
Don't let it go up your nose.
Come on!
Keep at it.
After you, dank! Pull on!
Come on, faster, faster! Steady.
Why does this lemonade look like piss?
Sibling dragon!
Why? Why?
Suck it down.
Limitations of PS2 liquid graphics, I guess?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Don't slow down.
Say that, not let
We
the
won
lemonade
with
the
the
exact same
drink.
way now.
You are the lemonade. Wonderful.
Damn it. That's what
We win.
Honestly, if I were doing this, instead of lemonade, it'd be root beer.
More than he drank.
Same.
Around here, there's only
Well,
one
it depends
thing
on the
we
root
do.
beer. Are you
cheat.
guys drinking double
Get
tap
on
root beer?
the bench, bro.
Double tap
Time we
root beer.
go.
Just generic root beer. I don't.
Power up. Not power up.
This is tense. Sly, you
Well,
okay?
yeah, but I prefer you call him my actual name, please.
Right
Yeah,
as rain,
but if
pal.
Oh, that's yeah.
Oh, so it's basically Scout's boss. Got it.
Well, to be fair, I mean, they did like change the effects of double tap root beer. There's double tap root beer because originally you just increased the rate of fire by 30%, but for double tap root beer 2, because you got destroyed by the projectile.
Yeah, like,
Just keep coming.
legit, just
You holding
call
up,
this a soda bar, have them challenge each other to a root beer drinking contest.
Feeling
It's all
strong.
good.
Behold, my powers of destruction.
Excellent hit, Murray.
Basically the same effect. This is the same effect, except the liquids don't exactly have to look like bodily fluids now.
Yep.
Give it to him, pal.
really looking forward to the day we get to play Sly 4 on stream, because that should be fun.
Excellent hit, Murray.
I'm probably going to be roasting the way the characters are written throughout the entire thing.
The Cooper Gang rules the roost. We're the kings of the hill. The totally maxed out heavyweight champions.
Those guys won't be coming back here anytime soon.
Oh Lord, he coming!
Guys, looks like
Oh,
they
Lord.
saved their big
Oh, he
guy
big.
for last.
Oh, big!
Wearing that freaky bad spirit mask. He must be so
I'm
jacked.
just like scared.
We should work
Wait,
together to
wait.
take this guy down. That mask has a powerful force in it.
There you go, the eardrums. English motherfucker, did you speak it? Let's go.
I am about 90% certain that's the mask talking through this guy at this rate.
Yeah.
Lead him over my bomb and I'll pull the trigger. Get him while he's dazed.
I'll try to knock him out with this barrel.
Oh, take it! Take it! Too early. Too late for that one. Oh. Hey.
Bob's in position.
Ow, 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 fire!
Ready with a barrel.
Bob's ahoy.
He just ran right through fire and didn't get burned.
Barrel's
Make
up.
a game watching.
So it only hurts what I do it. Okay.
Sure.
Bob's ready.
Again, he was in fire. How did that not hurt you?
Barrel.
Got him.
Finally, that guy
What?
was the mask. It's getting away?
We
I'll
might have
say
cleared out
fireproof
this bomb,
magic pick
but
just to
that
make it
mask
less
is
of a headache.
Sure to keep making trouble for us. We need to destroy it.
Go team. We did it. So proud.
You can feel it in the air. The miners are about to pack it in. In fact, they'd probably already be long gone if it weren't for the corrupting influence of the Mask of Dark Earth. It's
We need to
clear
destroy
we
that
need
mask,
to
huh?
destroy it.
Yep.
Darn it, I
Time
forgot my
operation
same giant
Crash.
hammer back in Tom
To
Metro.
start things off, we'll need the Guru to take out the gyrocopter. With it gone, we'll have clear skies for phase 2. Now, according to
If you don't get the
Aboriginal
reference,
folklore,
don't worry about it.
The Mask of Dark Earth is the sworn enemy of
Don't worry,
the
I
moon
got you
spirit.
covered.
So, given Murray's moon shape, we'll coat him in the glowing oil and have him pose as the spirit.
I'm referencing
We'll then dangle him from
Lego
the grave.
Bionicle
The mask
around
is sure to
the
spot
year
his ancient foe and come
2005.
running.
They released a
That's
book
when
called
we'll
Time
strike.
Trap, taking place in the
Hurry,
ruins of a city
thunderclap
called
off the
Metro
train
Nui.
and obliterate
Tom
that
Metro
mask.
had
With
once
the
been
mask
its
destroyed
district
and
of
the
fire,
miners
which
run
had
off,
been
the Guru
where all
will
its
be
forces
free to
and
join the
boundaries
team
were,
for the
so they were
Cooper Vault
responsible for producing a lot of the metal goods used by the city. Most notably, they made the masks that the characters all wear daily.
I actually remember watching. I remember years ago. I remember watching a Bionicle movie. I forget what it's called though. I also played one of the games too for the 360. Good times.
I've collected Bionicle figures since like the original McDonald's Matoran back in 01. Got to the story around 03 when the chapter books finally became available, and I stuck through with it to the very end.
Glad to hear you're up to it.
Twice.
The bad news is the gyrocopter has a sensor that can detect your moonstone. I suspect that's how they found and tracked you. Get too close, and they'll detect you. Then
I've
take
had
off
this
out
thing
of
for
reach.
years.
For this job, you'll need to run guard
saw
toward
one.
it, and then
I
jump
just couldn't
out
tell
early
what coin
before
was in it.
senses you.
Saber-tooth
Ram
tiger.
a few guards into that thing, and it's sure to fall apart.
Considering what released on Netflix fairly recently, that feels appropriate.
Yep. For the longest time, I had the Mastodon coin in this thing, but given the recent Power Ranger special, I figured I would give the Yellow Ranger. Also,
If you decide to watch that on stream, like what you did with the Kamen Rider episodes and the like, I would join.
okay, so we can't do that on stream.
Like, you know what I mean? Like the way you did,
But
the
we
way
can-
you
we can do a watch
had everybody in that call with the Kamen Rider episodes. That's what I'm referring to.
Are you doing anything tomorrow?
Not really.
Then we'll watch it tomorrow.
Booyah.
So funny thing about this morpher is if you have no coins in it and you activate it,
It gets confused and just kind of discharges energy.
yeah, it just makes spark noises.
Yo. You want to make me take out my communicator?
You've got a morpher, he's got a communicator. I'm jealous. I did have a Power Ranger morpher once upon a time. It was the old Ninja Storm morpher. I had the red power disc attached to it at all times. I don't remember what happened to it. I just assumed it got lost in a move.
As all other
Ram one more
things
guard
disappear
into
too.
it, and it's finished.
I want to get the morpher from the 2017 movie.
If I could get any given morpher with, like, money being no object, I'd hunt down the Gal Ranger morpher.
Yeah.
Yes.
Specifically the Gal Ranger one, because that one you could actually swap the parts for, so I could give it the bison, attachments.
Everyone keep an eye out for the mask. It's sure to take the bait.
We got a situation here, fellas. Looks like Carmelita finally managed to catch up.
Oh,
Right?
God.
We
What's
can't
in
stop
it?
the operation now. We'll just
I
have to
already
give
have
her a
the-
wide
Oh
berth.
god.
Roger, applying wide
Well,
I already have-
this is gonna get
Forcing
awkward.
around and look out for the mask. It's
Oh,
close. I
a
can
changer I
feel
really
it.
want is the Tokyo changer, because I already have all the main 5 retros.
That's cool.
Here
If
I
I
come,
could, I would probably buy
master!
my own, one of those Kamen Rider
Did you get it?
Belts?
Is
Yeah,
the
I
mask
want the
gone?
belts. Not sure which
Sly,
one,
can
though.
you see?
Can't tell from
Oh,
here.
okay.
I'll move in.
Never get one of the Kamen Rider belts. So,
Red is trying to tell me stuff about my stand that I already know.
Got a little something on your face.
It's not nice to make fun of a girl's looks.
oh!
Maybe I should smash you.
Yeah,
No,
this is what I
that's
meant when I
not
said this
nice.
was about to get awkward.
Bentley, could use a little help. How about putting a few of your sleep darts in Karma Larja here?
Karma
Then we'll
Gentlemen,
fly off the mask.
Karma Larja. And it's only gonna get weirder from here.
need Mastodon power now!
If I could morph into any given one of the MMPR power sets, I'd pick the White Tiger coin.
The chemicals in my darts.
If I had the coin, I'd put the dragon
Make her
coin in
even
this thing.
bigger.
Whoa, you're not kidding, Benny. She's getting
I have to
gigantic.
wonder.
Slime
Everyone head for the big truck.
face.
We've got to get some distance between her and
I
us.
have to wonder.
She might shrink back down with time.
Tommy got the Green Ranger powers back. They were
Well,
gone.
there's a variety of ways that could happen, but here's my headcanon. So, there was an episode in Season 2 when Lord Zed managed to create a clone of Tommy complete with a functioning green power coin.
Liz is bad. Looks
When
like she's picked up
that
a ring
episode
full of
ended,
dynamite. All
the
round
clone
power
Green Ranger went back in time and essentially was there when Angel Grove was founded.
Maybe you can throw him back at her. Might slow her down.
I like to think he left his coin buried somewhere with a note of instructions for future Rangers to find it.
Also, another possible idea, he was just using the Master Morpher.
Yeah, but how would they have gotten the powers back for the Master Morpher? That's more or less what I'm trying to theorize here.
Was it one-time use only?
Well, in Soul of the Dragon it was, but that was because the Master Morpher was reaching the end of its lifespan.
Oh! You're talking about the comic, aren't you?
Yes. It's still technically canon to the TV show in this particular case.
Yeah, like... Wait.
And it got even more awkward.
We're just gonna say something that they were like.
Run her in the truck.
How we do that?
This is bad. We need a new strategy and fast. Force just isn't working.
Time to stop running and deal with the real problem. Pry off that mask of Dark Earth, and maybe we'll get back the Carmelita we all know and love.
I do not love her.
Okay, not the point. It's all about
Before it-
taking off that mask. We gotta find a way up there.
Sorry, Ralph, we're gonna have to go with the bootlace
And
plan.
I'm sure you've always wanted to get closer to her. Can't get much closer than climbing up her bootlaces.
That's not a crazy idea.
Oh yeah, crazy.
Got a better idea?
Yeah, but we'd need a giant fighting robot.
Yeah!
We're gonna have to go with the bootlace plan.
Hell yeah! Just as you were talking about Power Rangers too.
Here we are, you.
Yeah. So, in the comic, Soul of the Dragon, it turns out Tommy was forced to retire from Ranger duty after suffering a severe back injury, which he is required to take constant pain medication for.
So, I'm pretty sure the Once and Only special takes place before that comic.
It does.
So, I'm sure the Master Morpher is still good to go.
Great work, Sly. One hook to go and the mask is off.
Imagine you giant robot like Carmelita. I call dibs on the Spike Freedom. That's the less bad one. I'll figure that out.
I'm sure right now Sly is having a greater appreciation for his body. I don't know why I said that.
Because I know that the other two that I like are just as worse. Because the Psycho Gundam requires me EMT, while the Master Gun requires me cancer. Because of the
Right.
So I'd rather take the Spike Freedom. I know it's from a bad series, but that's the least worst
Here's the
one.
thing, me and Latios have both concluded. The series is bad, but the robots are good.
Carmelita just lay there, unconscious.
Plus,
helpless on the desert
honestly,
floor.
Gundam Seed, like leaving Seed Destiny aside, Gundam
kept
Seed
watch over
so
her
far
throughout
at,
the night.
as of episode 29 was not
Her
as
camera proved
bad
to be
as
a
I was
real
dreading.
source of entertainment as we took turns
It's a lot
posing.
more fun if you're watching with a buddy and
wanted
can
to go
riff
home
on it to
empty
no
handed.
end, but it's not as bad as it could have been. It's a case of good ideas,
Morning broke, and we got a clear
execution.
view of the landscape. It was beautiful, empty of the miners that had been digging and drilling into the sacred place. The moment was broken as Carmelita began to stir, prepared for another quick exit. Only this time.
Okay, so where am I? Wait, what's going on?
Why am I here?
For the first time in Cooper gang history,
Evidence.
we picked up
Develop
a new
film
member,
immediately.
and the team
There,
would
that
never
doesn't
be
seem
the same.
Bit suspicious. Fly the fancy. This is just rubbing it in. You're just rubbing this in that I can't fly, huh, game? Urgh. Anyway, look for Belgian waffles.
Oh, hello, Penelope.
Bentley was obsessed. Every night he'd pore over the blueprints to Dr. M's fortress, looking for a way to get into the Cooper vault.
Oh my god, Bentley.
He soon came to the
And
conclusion
also,
that there was no way inside
hello
unless
again,
the gang
Dumbbell,
picked up a
aka
dedicated
Mugshot.
RC specialist. An
There's
expert
something in my
who had
head.
mechanical and
Yeah, it's a
piloting
lion.
skills far
it's
exceeding
Gundam.
his own.
Oh. You know, I get those two confused. I don't have much information on that.
After weeks of searching techie chat
Anyways,
rooms, he
what I was
finally
saying
found
about the
someone
comic.
who could keep up with him
So
intellectually.
after that injury
A
and
gearhead genius out of Holland named
and time
Penelope.
passing, we're roughly around the time SPD is concluded,
She politely declined our invitation
and
to join the team,
they're
saying
selecting
she only
new
works
Rangers for
the best.
B Squad to take up the mantle.
Because at this point, I believe most
Apparently,
of the original
her
B
idea
Squad
of
has
the
either
best was her boss,
retired,
Left or been promoted.
retired or
big-time
been
dogfighting
promoted.
champ up there in Holland. He's so good that he's even set up an international competition
Yeah,
called
so,
ACES to attract worthy opponents.
Amongst these new Rangers, their new Green Ranger is one JJ Oliver.
A few days later, she sent us a counteroffer. If our gang could manage to beat the Black Baron at his own game,
He's been
then she'd know
referenced
we weren't
both
just a pack of
in
jokers,
Once and Always
therefore
and in the
worth her time.
Ninja Steel
So,
crossover
we got
episode.
busy.
Yep.
With no time to lose, Bentley and Murray
He
worked
is
to put a
Tommy and
plane
Kat's
together,
son.
while I got my pilot license the fastest way possible.
Okay, pretty sure that kind of license requires a good couple few years, but
We
We're a little
proved
short
to
on
this
time.
Penelope
So,
that the Cooper
uh,
gang was up for the challenge, even if we were making it all up as we went along.
I think that's supposed to be Contessa's body, I think.
No, because the Contessa's a spider.
A spider.
Well, at least the human part, I think. I don't know. Or like, it's like a modification of it. I don't know.
Bentley, that picture is even more obvious than yours. Why did you fall
Stop
for that?
backing me! Stop backing me! I can't fly. I know that. I can't fly.
You can fly with catapult or jetpack.
I know, but it's not the same. I take well offense to this. I'm a flightless bird. Eh,
You can glide at least.
that's true. That's not the same. Hey, that's still not the same.
Here you go, buddy. You can fly with this one.
That's Terry the Pterodactyl from Pterodactyl Land. That's a Banjo Twig reference.
Yeah, but you can still fly.
I know.
Anyways, so first off, when they bring up the Master Morpher in the Soul of the Dragon comic, they note it's difficult to pinpoint whose design this is. They narrowed it down to Miss Fairweather and Billy.
Billy Bats.
Billy Cranston.
MMPR Blue. So like, okay, that's a neat reference in and of itself. It's possible they could have both worked on the Morpher together, but interesting to point it down to those two specifically. Especially considering Dr. K has been known to hop dimensions, she could have probably worked on it too.
Yeah.
But it turns out the Morpher was reaching the end of its lifespan due to some weird internal damage going on that couldn't be
What?
fixed.
They keep the flight roster a secret?
Correct. In years past, competitors would go out at night and sabotage each other's planes in
So
preparation
each
for the
time
next day's
Tommy
dog
morphed,
I get
he
it.
couldn't
So now they
control
keep
his
the lineup a
morphs.
secret.
He
No
would
one knows who
go
to
into
mess with.
one specific form,
Precisely. Looks
going
like
backwards
they're
from his
good
most
pilots,
recent
but we're
Ranger
only
form
got
to his
one
original
plane,
form,
and you'll be up there against
and
dozens
after that
of
one
bugs.
morph each,
You know,
that power
normally
would
I'd
be
make some
lost forever.
sarcastic
It would
remark
just
about
cease
how
to exist within the
overwhelmed I
Master
am by
Morpher.
your confidence in me, but those are some grim odds. And well, you know, I'm always up for some sabotage.
Glad to hear it. Now the roster
So,
is kept
what do you
secret
Dino
from
Thunder
pilots,
went out first.
but not from
So,
the event
what do you
staff.
think the odds
Do we
are
have a mole on the inside?
Our
that
friend Dimitri has been hired to give
what
color
Snizzard did to him
commentary
in the
during the
special
dogfights? He'll know where the roster's hidden.
probably had something
Scout
to do
him out
with the Master
somewhere in the hotel
Morpher
lobby,
malfunction?
but be careful. If you start a fight with the
I
other
would have had to
pilots,
have seen
you'll
the
be
special
kicked
first
out
to
of
know
the
for sure.
competition.
Okay.
Sure, we all play nice
Because,
until
like,
tomorrow. Then we blow each other to bits.
Tommy
at
gets
300 feet.
shrunk, and he's covered in tiny snakes that drain his energy.
That could be
Dimitri,
part
funny
of
seeing
it.
you here. Never picked
I
you as
also
a
remember there
flyboy.
being a back
Like
injury
a
involved.
dance floor with many lights. I have many profiles. Dig, don't even
I don't think there's
try
a back
to understand the
injury
silky
depicted
enigma
in
of
the special.
Bentley seemed to think you might have a copy of the Aces
I mean, in the
flight
comic, they
That true?
And why should
outright
I talk
showed
to a
that Tommy has to
two-bit
take pain
black
meds
box like
because he
you?
took a
Question
back
mark in bold.
head hit to his back and basically got spinal damage, which was what forced him to finally stop being a full-time Ranger.
We both know you're gonna tell me.
Right.
You wouldn't have bothered showing up if you didn't want to talk.
So yeah,
spill
Dino
it.
Thunder came by and went out
Talk
first.
is like sitting on an electric chair.
Then
The better
Turbo,
has eyes and
then
ears,
Zeo.
ears and fists. Dimitri will be discovered, and the
Then
jig
the
is
White
big.
Ranger, which basically had both the Ninja and White Tiger powers effectively turned into a single entity.
Come on now, Dimitri. A man like you can deal with this Black Baron. You've got the best fashion sense of
Once
anyone I
all that
know.
was left was the green power coin,
Style? You're right.
it was near the end of the
If I
comic.
cannot dress him, I can certainly
And as a
outsmart
show
you.
of trust in his
Always
son to
hold
keep the
close.
tradition
Okay,
alive,
I'll
get the
line
job
up
done,
with
all that
you
good
and
stuff,
old Dimitri,
Tommy hands the Morpher to
which
JJ.
I'll collect in a few months of time.
He transfers the
favor?
Dragon Shield too, doesn't he?
There's no small time favor.
I'll
like,
get there.
Will you water my fish or feed my plant?
JJ
No
morphs
way, bro.
into the
It's old
MMPR
school
Green
mafia,
Ranger for the
blood
first,
pact
last, and only time,
Big time.
and somehow he manages to keep the Dragon Shield when he morphs into the SPD Green
Okay,
Ranger
Dimitri,
after that.
Hook me up with the flight roster. and
Dagger
we'll owe
2.
you one.
Done!
Nice.
The bargain she has struck. To find flight roster, look behind one of the tacky paintings.
So
and
yeah,
Black
the
Baron's
SPD
head.
Green Ranger has
It's
the
hidden
dagger
in
and the
secret
Dragon
safe.
Shield.
Now imagine
Kitchen
he
lock,
gets
huh?
promoted.
I know just the guy for the job.
Stand cool.
Nice.
Here comes Big Cheese.
Like he'll carry that shield with him.
Basically for the rest of his
You
life.
all a most flamboyant welcome, my esteemed comrades of the skies. Welcome, welcome to another year of the Aces competition. We've got teams here from across the globe. Canada.
By the way, I
Imagine
finally,
the SPD red battleizer going on over the Dragon Shield.
Not least of which is last year's
I
deputy runner-up,
I finally
Team Mugshot.
started
This
reading
time
Friendship
we're
in
gonna drill
Disguise.
you jokers full of holes.
Okay.
They are currently being
Now,
chased by
we all know
Decepticons.
that in years past, some teams
What do you
have
think up to that
engaged in a
point?
little good
I like it.
late night hiding.
I do like the
Like
added
when
detail of
Team
Central
Canada
Prime
stole Ecuador's parachute.
being
Or when Team
well,
Iceland saw the
Central
landing
Prime.
gear of Korea's planes.
Or when Portugal put rat poison in
Because I
Team
feel like
Mugshot's
had
coffee
Optimus-
machine.
had
yes,
Op-
yes, that was all
had
done
Optimus
very
not shown the pulse spark, Sentinel would have hung up the call.
Absolutely no.
Rat poison? That's not hijinks. That's attempted murder.
My God.
What's wrong with you people? Or, I don't think rat poison's that powerful, but still, just saying.
I mean, they put it in Team Mugshot's coffee machine.
Same as last year and the year before. I've got the scars to prove it.
I bid you all an exuberant and exaggerated farewell, pilots. Tonight.
Well, that actually depends. How much rat poison they put into the coffee machine?
So
I'm not gonna lie,
Again, it's Mugshot's coffee machine.
No, that's true. I mean, he's a big boy.
He survived his beatdown in
Mesa City.
Mesa City, so I'm sure Rat Boys have probably won't affect him that bad.
Things will get dangerous.
That's a big piece of meat. I want to eat it.
That does look delicious.
No, you can probably eat it faster than I can because you're a bear and I'm a bird, and your stomach's probably bigger.
Have you seen it?
I wouldn't have to wait for it to cook there. I could just do it myself.
Like, they rip into shit, man. They rip and tear.
Like vultures and eagles and all that stuff?
I was thinking Doomslayer, but yes.
You guys would have to wait for the fire to cook it. I could just do it myself.
The benefits of being a legendary Pokemon.
Benefits of being able to use and learn Dragon Breath.
Oh no, not you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh god! Like I just saw the Lupus Gigantornis, I believe they called it.
So what's the deal with the minions in this level? Are they just guards?
They're hired guards to keep the Aces tournament safe and running properly.
So we're just murdering good guys.
Yep. Oh, well, tell you that.
Well,
knocking them out.
they have. Well, the Black Baron did say, if I or my guards catch you outside at night, you will be beaten to within an inch of your life.
Okay, fair enough.
They have permission from the Baron to essentially maul you to near death. With that admission, you are basically given the green light for self-defense in every encounter.
Okay. I will accept that.
I tell you, Christoph, the Aces pilots get better and better. We've got the competition on our hands.
When you're zapping these guys as Carmelita in one of the challenges, yeah, all bets are off.
Our pilots are in tip-top condition, the best lot without question. It's going to be our finest victory.
Sly! Hey, Sly! Sly, are you up
Then
there?
again, those are supposedly the ones Mugshot paid off to work with him.
And lower the drawbridge so that I can get up there.
Sorry, pal. I don't see any switch.
But there just has to be a switch. I can't get in the Baron's hangar from down here.
Hold on. I got an idea. It's gonna fall.
Medieval,
I heard that.
but effective.
Abraca yeet!
Pal.
Sure thing. See you back at the safe house.
Yeet goes the capital.
Time to get out of the rain. I can only imagine what it's like having to deal with wet raccoon smell every time Sly comes back from a mission when it's raining.
Well, at least he's not a skunk.
If Dimitri's intel
Or
is
a bear.
accurate, the flight roster should be logged
talking
behind one of the paintings in this hangar.
They don't smell that bad.
What, bears or chocobos?
Yes.
Hey, this looks familiar.
We've got a big day tomorrow in the first round of the Aces competition. Just 12 hours.
Yeah.
And this year promises to be the best dogfighting action we've ever seen. However, cannot stress enough that I must win. We've all been hired to help you achieve victory. If in fact the unthinkable
Ow. That looks like that hurt.
exists, I'm going to dismiss the vote and start cleaning the staff. No outsider is to enter the car. No one is to go near our planes. If we lose, I lose. I'm going to take it out on all of you.
You know, it kind of figures. Just when we have to pay a little extra for rent to deal with utilities and the like. Legacy Commander Class Optimus Prime, the third-party Naval Commander recolor, and the Final Battle Optimus Prime color scheme, and Energy Commander, the third-party Energon Prime, all drop.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 3 different Optimus Primes I'd love to get my hands on, all dropping at a point where I can't even go into the same freaking country as them, as far as, like, my budget's concerned.
Tomorrow's semi-final round. As you're all aware, we've only got a single player, while our opponents will be flying 15 apiece. You got that, guys? That's 30-to-1 odds against us. In order to give us a fighting chance, we'll need to pit these two teams against each other. First, Murray and Sly will paddle through the sewers beneath town to get access to an air vent leading into Team Iceland's hotel room.
Anyways, was there anything else you thought worth mentioning, Bear, aside from the Sentinel Prime bit? Team Iceland for the damage. Next, Murray and I will steal one of Team Belgium's monogrammed handkerchiefs. Meanwhile,
particularly, I was a little surprised that the Optimus and Alita straight up told them and the rest of the crew that they used to be in the
and then place the handkerchief insinuating Team Belgium for the crime. Get it?
Well, since in this universe, Optimus didn't lose Elita. Anyways, since Elita 1 wasn't lost on Arca 7 in this timeline, they're a little bit easier going with when it comes to that mission. They're willing to talk about it at least.
Okay. But yeah, like outside of that, that's pretty much all I had. I haven't even gotten to Equestria yet.
Looks like hard-partying Team Iceland has already gone to sleep. Time to borrow one of their Viking helmets.
Why do you need me? Just have Sly pick the lock to the door and steal the thing.
This is a delicate business. We're trying to frame Team Iceland for a crime they haven't committed. If there's any evidence of their door being forced, people might believe that they're innocent.
Man, you've gotten devious over the years. So, how are we supposed
Has
to get
Megatron
inside?
showed up yet?
No, he has not.
That should connect up with the
Okay, I think I know what general area to look.
Scrounged a raft for the trip, but be careful. Other pilots have caused trouble down there in the past, and the Baron is sure to have set up some security.
I get to row a boat? Nautical!
So, since I don't know if Bird has started reading it or not, Prowl just discovered he can fly. I gave him a Pegasus alt mode, so he only just discovered it can fly.
And the square button to row backwards.
Go.
Jet down the sewer.
Merrily. God, what's that smell?
I was gonna make a similar joke.
Oh, some spike balls.
Here come the balls.
Can't touch it. Can't touch it. Spy here, thank you. Cucho here, thank you very much. There you go. Yeah, you found this thing like a drain. Now this thing takes forever.
Yeah, I took a lot of cues, basically rewrote the first episode of Transformers Animated as closely as I could, albeit with the new characters, just to get that feel right.
Okay.
This is it. Make your way to the hotel ventilation system. Murray, stay and guard the boat.
Optimus Prime. You mean they still let you command other Autobots? Don't start with me, Sentinel. Just put me through to Ultra Magnus. Now, how could a third-rate rockbuster possibly merit the Autobot Supreme Commander's attention?
I find it funny that he says that when he knows that Optimus was on the
Nice work. You're almost there. Be careful.
like Optimus was was part of the Academy too.
In the same class as Sentinel, no less.
Like, he has enough credit to his name to warrant
You got the keys to the room?
Sentinel's attention. Or not Sentinel, Ultra Magnus' attention.
Don't you have them?
Nice work. Head back to Murray.
Especially since Magnus is the one who pulled strings to keep Prime and Alito working after the
Let's just
Arca 7 failure.
Everyone there is asleep. I'm gonna wake them all up.
Optimus glared at him. Display cargo hold visual. A picture-within-picture display of the Allspark popped up for Sentinel Prime to see. Shock hit his features for a moment before he regained some composure. I'll put you through right away, said Sentinel. He sounded bitter, jealous even.
You know what's funny? Sentinel would make the perfect Decepticon.
Maybe he is one.
Sorry, pal. The valve gates changed position. We need to escape.
Like,
through
Sentinel's
another
whole
tunnel.
shtick is that
But
he
fear
wants
not.
the
Murray has an
prestige that
unnatural
comes
sense
with
of
his
direction.
power and status, and just doesn't want to necessarily work too hard to get there. Like, even the wiki acknowledges, if he'd applied himself and actually tried doing his job with the enthusiasm that he uses when he brags about himself, he'd be a damn effective Autobot.
Sorry, pal. The valve gates changed position. We need to escape through another tunnel.
I hate that
But
part
fear
so
not.
much.
The Murray has an unnatural
Those
sense of
friggin'
direction.
mines.
I am kind of surprised that this little dinghy can survive 2 to 3 explosions. Plus they have like little points of it.
I mean, it looks like a friggin' inflatable raft.
Is it? Tease it. Oh, that's a big tease. I love it.
Bless you.
My God. God damn.
Holy fuck, I need to lay down. Oh,
You okay?
oh, that hurt more than usual.
Yeah, you should lie down, little man.
Oh,
Been there, done that, Bear. I know how that feels.
oh.
Wait ho!
Yeah. When you get a chance, Burb, go
Nice
ahead
job.
and read what
You
I
really
may
showed some
have. I think
those
you'll
orbs.
take what has happened since they woke up in Equestria.
I
Yeah.
will.
You good to plant this helmet on the Belgian plane?
Can do, pal. Can do
I
with
like
a
the
vengeance.
concept of friendship is magic because, or yeah, I like the concept of the fan fiction because it applies to, like, I like the Transformer stuff, but I don't know much about the My Little Pony stuff. Chocobo loves some My Little Pony stuff, but I don't know that much about the Transformer stuff. So if either one of us have questions, we can talk to each other, like, okay, so what's the deal with this character? What's the deal with that character?
My only real warning is for Chocobo that the MLP stuff takes place after the season 9 finale.
I've seen all of it. You're good. I've seen all 9 seasons.
I'm just double checking.
That's Belgium's prize plane strung
I've
up
also
from the
added
ceiling.
some
It's
mild
held in place
headcanon
by
in
these
how some of the
anchors.
characters talk.
Destroy them and
Specifically,
the plane
Spike
should
referring to
come
Twilight as
crashing
Mom,
down.
since she's the one who hatched his egg.
I roast my hulking bulk.
True. You'll have to compact your using your ball to travel safely beneath the laser grid.
Check.
You'll need to use your charged ball attack down the anchors.
That's about all I should really feel the need to warn you about right now.
The square button to build up force. Then strike. Halfway
If you're alright with that, then I think we're good.
Yep.
That plane's ready to fall. Just one more left. Excellent work. Plant the Viking help. The Belgians are sure to blame Team Iceland.
Let's go. Bum, bum.
So, yeah, like Barrett said, this one is a unique case for the fanfics that Bear's been following, since in this case, you have each other here to bring each other up to speed.
That's true. Then what she's saying, just stay down. Doesn't want to activate it every single time.
That doesn't stay down. You have to activate it every single time because boats pass through there.
Yeah. Not you too. I didn't know why I was getting sick.
I'm not sick. It's a pollen allergy thing.
Oh.
What's funny is I was recently watching an episode of Kamen Rider Z in English dub,
See that armored supply? It's en route to
and
drop
like
off Team Iceland's lucky
the
ice
host,
sculpture
the
for the
Ultra
semi-finals tomorrow.
Haruki
I've given
got
the
hay
drivers
fever.
some bad directions, so they should be
Couldn't
going
stop
around in
sneezing.
circles for hours.
And then the
We
mon
need
they
you
were
to get inside that
supposed to
truck,
transport a
steal the
monster
sculpture, and plant
to
some
a deserted
evidence
island,
implicating
and
Team
it
Belgium.
woke up because
Good thinking.
surprise,
Team
it
Iceland
also
won't be
had
going
hay
for me if
fever.
they think the Belgians stole their lucky hunk of ice.
Oh.
That's the idea. Now, the first thing to do is steal one of Team Belgium's official gold lace monogrammed handkerchiefs. Murray will head inside and get one of those stodgy Belgians laughing. They're notoriously stone-faced. Then I'll move in and steal the handkerchief.
Seems like getting inside that truck might be a good job for the Guru. He could use some of the guards' heads to bash in the back doors.
I'm not counting this as a spoiler, so I'll just go ahead and tell you what alt modes I picked for our Core 6 Autobots.
Alright.
I already mentioned that Prowl was a Pegasus. I picked that one because I felt it fit both with his natural agility and the fact that Prowl had
You
jump
gotta
jets
find a
and
Team
animated
Belgium
proper.
pilot and get him lapping
He also
so
liked
hard
birdwatching.
that Bentley can make the pull. This is serious business, pal.
Yes, so
Those
I
guys
figured
Hello,
giving
Belgian
Prowl the ability to
flyer.
fly
You
just
like comedy?
kind of fit.
I think it's time for Mr. Salty Pants to crack a smile. What do you
Bumblebee
say?
scanned a bugbear. not intentionally, Teletran effectively scanned and applied these to everybody, but Bumblebee got a bugbear.
Because it wasn't turkey. And you see, the chicken's not a turkey
And
or a turk.
Bulkhead basically stays fixated on the fact that, oh, you look like the bears you look like the Iron Bears we have on the Spire Forest on Cybertron. And eventually comes up with the nickname Bumblebear for him.
The brains of his enemy. Get it? I mean, it's more weird and gross than funny.
Bumblebee will actually take to this nickname and start preferring it over his Sentinel-given name. Because at the very least, it came from a close friend whom Bumblebee knows had good intentions with that nickname. It's a little too cutesy for his liking at first, but he gets used to it.
That's pretty lame, huh? I can't make heads or tails of this coin. Get it?
I turned Ratchet into a dragon.
It's totally funny because, like, when you flip a coin, it comes out either heads or tails. Come on, that's comic gold.
I figured, hey, he's already a grumpy old man. Why not turn him into a dragon?
Someone put their fist down their throat?
So instead of having to throw wrenches at people, now he's got a built-in blowtorch to scare them off.
Okay, Bentley, it's go time. Make the pull while the Belgian's laughing.
He still has his magnets in robot mode. And I went to great, like, when I described how he appears, even in his dragon mode, he's got a scar on one arm and a broken horn. Zach will get that reference.
Yep.
I realized I just slipped up and referred to her by a different name. My bad.
It's up to the guru now.
What?
Nothing.
I honestly, I didn't even notice.
Bentley's en route to me with the monogrammed handkerchief, but we'll never be able to
Bulkhead
swipe
is an
the
Earth pony,
unless we can get into that armored truck.
albeit a very big and bulky one for her, the breed. Because, it's still Bulkhead.
I'm sure the guards around here won't mind too much if you break the door down with their heads. Bentley set up a waypoint on the truck. Should be handy. The thing's moving pretty fast.
Elita 1 got turned into a unicorn because, well, I figured she'd actually be pretty adept with magic when she learns how it works. I may have taken away her ability chameleon power in favor of a multi-tool, but she's still quite
That's a good start,
adaptable on the
but the truck
battlefield.
just powered up its automated defenses. You'll have to pay attention on your next approach. Could get sticky.
And I turned Optimus Prime into an Alicorn.
That truck can't hold out for long.
Any specific reasoning behind that?
I just felt it fit the character, more or less. Alicorns are typically depicted as leaders in Equestria, so the leader of the team got effectively an alt mode that had physically gives off that feeling of leadership.
It's true, just like a princess Celestia, Princess Enough.
And later, Princess, now Queen in this universe, Twilight.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we got the other thing. Yeah, that guy's not great.
I also made note that something about Optimus's voice and his presence in his alternate mode gave off this calming aura that helped the other Autobots kind of relax from their initial state of panic.
I take it that's the effect of the Alicorn mode.
In his Alicorn mode, yes.
Nice work, Guru. The back doors are still holding tight, but the top of the vehicle's been blown wide
Optimus basically gives off Robot Dad vibes in either mode.
Okay, Sly, your turn. You'll have to sprint hard to catch up, but jumping inside through the roof should be easy.
As for some of the Decepticons, I was gonna turn Starscream into a griffin. Like, still able to fly, but also with a kind of implied predatory nature to show, yes, I'm dangerous.
Lord knows Starscream is all that I'll
Blitzwing, otherwise mockingly nicknamed Three-Face by other Decepticons, I turned into a changeling. See, in Transformers Animated, which I use for the basis here, Blitzwing had multiple faces, each of which having a distinct personality, and they would constantly be switching back and forth because he was very much unstable. And would often change alt modes in mid-attack depending on which face suddenly took control, which occasionally led to the jet mode turning into a tank mode mid-air because he got too angry. Now, that was basically the entire reason I gave him a changeling alt mode. One part, it sort of references the triple changer aspect of his character, and also, because he's basically changing appearances with each personality, now he is a complete ball of random. It could be anything at any given time. Now, since Black Arachnia, who was there for the Decepticon ranks of the original, is basically not a thing at the moment, because that is a backstory in and of itself, Bear can fill you in later. I took a couple of characters from Transformers Prime and transplanted them here instead. Knockout as a unicorn, and Breakdown as an Earth Pony.
I've been working to get our hangar security devices online, and they're almost operational. Unfortunately, my internet pal Penelope heard a rumor that a rival air team might be stopping by to do mischief to our plane.
And Megatron gets to be a Cerberus.
Coming here?
Because
if you could stand watch while I finish getting the systems online, that would be
in robot
great.
mode, each dog head from his beast mode becomes an individual fusion cannon, one on each arm and one chest mounted.
Greetings, troglodytes. Didn't think I forgot about me.
Greetings, troglodytes!
Figure you jerks let me smash up your aeroplane and we're even.
Why
You
does
and
that sound
my
like something
army,
Sentinel Prime
dumb
said?
guy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, boys. I paid you up good enough. Time to crack some skulls.
What, the greetings troglodytes thing?
Yeah.
Honestly, I can see that. Now, I do believe I brought up Jazz and Sentinel before.
Yeah, you said that Sentinel would originally be a train catcher.
I'm a brick wall.
And suffer constant rashes, or something akin to one, because the magic of friendship, being a sapient entity in and of itself, would recognize that he is basically its antithesis and too stubborn to learn, and start basically treating him as a hostile body.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
So yes, The magic of friendship is literally attacking something that cannot comprehend friendship. I'm not sure if that's ironic or just unusual.
I can take it all day, lightweight. I'm the Tyrannus Maximus. It's on. Keep it coming. I'm a brick wall. Barbecue that meatball. This is killing
Not
me.
necessarily stupid, he just put all of his perk points in his strength. I would love to see Mugshot's special stats.
Definitely love the
I can take it all
intelligence
day,
of
lightweight.
Strength
I'd say maybe closer to like 4.
Yeah. Well, actually depends on which game, because I know in Fallout 76 actually can go up to maximum 15. You know, 76.
I'm talking like Fallout Code 3 New Vegas with 4 here. That's my wheel of expertise.
Okay, making sure. Okay, definitely 10 for strength. Charisma were probably 2 or 3.
Keep that coming. I'm a brick wall.
Probably also maybe 2, 4. He does use guns.
Oh, right in the solar plexus.
Endurance is
Don't
definitely a
think
10,
this is over,
a 9 or a 10.
meatball. You're not untouchable.
Luck,
This is just the beginning of
3
a
or 4.
really bad
Maybe
day.
2.
Considering he keeps encountering Cooper, I would put that in.
Bloodshot wasn't making idle threats. I'm reading multiple hostiles moving through the sewers toward our position. Fortunately, my security devices are almost online.
Oh goody!
I'll
Proto
just have
Snap!
time for a quick test. Let's see, I can switch between computers by moving the left analog stick. And now to test the security by pressing the triangle button, circle button, X button, or square button. I can activate the traps for the currently selected sewer. They appear to take a few seconds to recharge after being triggered. Looks like they're working perfectly. And just in time, too. Hurry, they're upon us. If one gets through my traps, you'll have
Yeah,
to take
so
it out.
just finishing that up.
Plane is as safe as a
Sentinel
baby in
starts
its
with the train
aircraft
mode.
hangar crib.
The man sends everybody ditches their initial Equestria all mode when he returns to Cybertron, only for Jazz to have saved the data and make out something special for him in the meantime. When Ultra Magnus decides to come to Equestria with all of them, they scan. Sentinel gets stuck with an Earth Pony mode, with a constant reaction of ew, 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 every time he has to take a step.
We stopped that group,
Bear's
Murray,
idea.
but it looks like more are on the way. And they're packing explosives.
Explosives. Not cool, bro.
Every class where you used it.
I figure I'll cut that down to like maybe the first few seconds, but then he'll eventually just either get used to it or just stop complaining because there's other things to worry about. I remember that. That thing, the handshake, and he sprays his hands with sanitizer afterwards. Anyways, Jazz got to be a hippogriff. I'm still considering what to turn Jetfire and Jetstorm into if they end up existing in this timeline.
Mugshot'll need a lot more than muscle to intimidate us.
Looks like he's got muscle and mortar fire. Maybe it's time I brought in some backup. Just hope she's monitoring the ham radio frequencies.
Like, if I actually decide to turn Jetfire into a Phoenix, for example, I'm not sure what I'd turn Jetstorm into.
This is sort of an awkward first face-to-face, but your hangar is getting attacked by some traitorous, beat-up Black Baron goons. Don't worry, I won't let those honorless double-crossers hurt your team's plane. Is your RC chopper operational? Affirmative. It's deployed and airborne. You're a heck of a woman. I know. That's what my homepage says.
Ultra Magnus gets to be a yak.
Yakety yak, don't talk back.
Or you get smacked.
Don't worry, Bentley.
Mostly because I figured, you know, it's big, it's bulky, it's imposing, but not necessarily hostile.
Installed a Yank 86 and haven't had time to read the specs. Are you familiar with the device? Absolutely.
Also, it may or may not give Magnus a Russian accent to work with.
Follow the arrow to find enemies. Use the R1 button to kick on the thrusters and yank things off the ground. Sweet. I'll teach those chumps not to sell out the Black Baron. Some enemies require a few yanks to defeat. To maximize your power,
To quickly explain that joke to Bear, in the MLP Friendship is Magic cartoon, yaks were typically depicted speaking with Russian accents.
Yep.
Penelope, I'm detecting incoming tanks. They could do some serious damage to our hangar. Follow the arrow to find their location. Affirmative. Those tanks are heavy. You'll have to boost back and forth several times. He wasn't so tough. Going up! Wow, that looks dangerous.
I'll have to ask, like, are there any mythical creatures typically associated with, like, ice or wind that I don't have to just immediately go Wendigos for?
What's up, high flyer?
Because, like, if Jetfire and Jetstorm do come into existence, I have an outload in mind for Jetfire, but not for Jetstorm.
Thunderbird.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Because if he's Storm, if he's Jetstorm,
Enjoy the view
then
while it
Thunderbird
lasts.
would be appropriate.
Thunderbird to go along with Jetfire. Sounds... Because Jetstorm, the way the toy is designed, it looks like he's got like ice crystals, even though in the show he was depicted as using like wind powers, so it might just be generic storm going on.
Great job, Penelope.
So a Thunderbird might work.
Best RC I've ever seen. Those thugs deserved it. No one sells out the Black Baron and walks away scot-free.
I can only imagine how this is gonna show up for Safeguard. Safeguard being their combined
Once Fly
form.
arrives at the team hangar, we'll prep the plane and suit up for competition.
Electrified fire, motherfuckers!
It's basically the end game of Mortal Kombat 11.
Language.
My bad. Sorry, Burb.
You're
No,
good.
no, he just says that whenever anyone curses.
I'm referencing
Captain America. Language. I can do this all day.
Yeah, he fucking loves it.
Except for when he misses an opportunity.
Yep.
So, yeah. Thunderbird for Jetstorm. I can work with that. Safeguard could be flinging electrified fire or just straight up plasma. Oh god, I just realized. And Bear will understand this. The Starscream clones.
Oh, Lord. Oh.
Imagine a rainbow of griffins with different aspects of one singular personality. He's a pathological liar. He's a suck-up. He's an egomaniac. He's a liar. I'm not.
So which part of me?
So, what part of me did you come from then? You don't want to know. Because in Transformers Animated, when Starscream started making clones of himself, thus giving us what we know typically as the Seekers, each clone had one aspect of Starscream's personality, but like exaggerated to like 11.
Up there, but you're still outnumbered.
Relax, Mom. This
Thundercracker was the egomaniac, Skywarp was the coward, Ramjet was the liar. There was Sunstorm, but I forget what his deal was.
Wasn't he a coward?
No, even they don't know. They basically said there was no actual answer. Yeah, fun fact. Technically speaking, and officially speaking, there is no actual answer for where Slipstream came from.
Oh.
Okay, pal. The winner here is the last man standing. Lead your opponents and watch your six. I know how you
Like,
hate being burned
best
alive
headcanon
at
that my
500.
sisters and I could come up with is that she's the manipulator side of Starscream. In my mind, I could see her either being the manipulator or Starscream's supposed intelligence. Considering she was the only one smart enough to realize Omega Supreme is huge, go for the legs. By the way, I can just say right now, when you guys do get to the bit where the Autobots are waking up aboard their ship and about to head out to Equestria proper, I think you'll like the momentary freakouts they have. I've dialed it back compared to the original draft, but in this case, they're panicking as they figure out how their new bodies work. For instance, Bulkhead got to discover the concept of breathing.
Oh yeah.
Will I be able to breathe down there? Sure! What is breathe? That was an actual legitimate exchange from Transformers Animated Episode 1.
Her piloting, Sly.
Yes, will I be able to breathe down there? Sure, no problem. What is breathe? Buckhead notices that his air cooling system is like going on its own, but he's not overheating. And it's working weird because it's pulling air in and pushing it out. And whenever he tries to stop, it makes his head feel funny. Also, another thing of particular note, when each Autobot woke up in their stasis pod, they noticed they feel a lot smaller than they're used to. Pod opens up, and it's like they've shrunk. It turns out there's actually a bit of precedence for her size changing in protoforms and the bodies they're implanted in.
Now that's what I call a trigger happy havoc right there.
So, if I had to behind the scenes explain why the bots changed size, it's more so their protoforms registered how small these alternate forms are coded to be and adjusted accordingly.
Finals are a bit different than normal. Whoever takes out the defending champ gets the title. Hear that, boys? It's all about taking down the Baron. Our only real competition will be Mugshot himself. We need to remove him from the competition. Here's the plan. I'll challenge him to a fist fight out in the town square.
I think you're gonna like this little detail to tell Burb when I get there. The Autobot Universal Translators have no precedence for her Equestria's languages, but they can understand them anyways, not because they're speaking like a galactic common language, but because the magic of friendship is itself translating for them. So both parties sound like they have some kind of weird distinctive accent to the other.
Hello.
Hello.
I'll drug the beast so that the guru will be able to ride it and take out some of the local guards, who also serve as the Baron's pilots. Obviously, the pure enemy pilot Sly has to deal with in the
Dreading the upcoming Wolf mission.
I'll hack into the aircraft control tower.
I'm okay.
If successful, I'll be able to intercept any messages the Baron might send to his gunships.
I'll be right back.
Team, we've got
Use the
all
bathroom.
night to prepare. If we take this thing, it'll be more than a trophy. Penelope is sure to join our gang. After her stellar work defending our hangar, I'm sure we'd all agree that she's a prime recruit.
Enjoy the use of looking at this one. My dog? Yeah. Because we have to give a good time. Well, and Well, she did constantly growl at things. There's that. So there's that.
She didn't growl that much. She'll bark and stuff, sure. The only time I ever saw her actually growl was when we tried to take her food.
Aha! A perfect
seriously,
feral
doesn't this
specimen
look
of
wolf,
Luke
like, almost almost like the
Gigantormus.
exact same size
So
as
let me
Luna?
get this straight again. You plan on stalking that thing, drugging it, putting the guru on board, and setting the two free to smash up the guards?
An airtight plan, I agree. It's simplicity itself. By channeling the wild destruction housed in that bloodthirsty creature, we should be able to thin out the Black Baron's ranks. Which, of course, means fewer enemy pilots flying against you in the finals.
I'm all for evening the odds in our favor, but come on. This plan seems a little risky.
Not at all. I've modified my sleep darts with heavy doses of skunk balm. It should be enough to pacify the beast, provided he doesn't catch wind of me first.
Alright, that sounds okay. You can hang back and shoot him at a distance.
Well, given the weight of the darts, I'll need to sneak up behind him and take a shot within a few meters.
Meters?
Quit trying to freak me out and put the guru on the binocucom. After I put the wolf to sleep, it'll be up to you. Thanks, Guru. You always know just what to say.
I'm pretty sure that this wolf is like the actually, I take that back about what I said. This wolf is the combined force of Mimi and Luna. It has the body of Mimi, the body of Luna, and the ferocity of Mimi.
No impact. Get within a few meters behind the wolf, then fire. Otherwise, the darts just bounce off.
Alright, I'm back. Welcome back.
Nice one, Bentley.
Now, this one is basically a note for Bear, so he knows what I'm doing. It turns out that the weird pod thing that brought Sari's protoform to Earth and animated also made its way to Equestria in this case.
You were too far away to make the shot.
So she does exist here in a different form. Also, there's a cult of creatures worshipping Megatron's head as some kind of god.
Yeah, that tracks.
He's caught your scent. Get out of there. God.
Yeah, that's about the end of what I'm gonna mention here for now.
Okay.
Nice work, big game hunter. The skunk bomb is kicking in. He's almost asleep. Guru, you're up. You should be able to possess the giant wolf now that he's out.
Alright, Luna. Time to unleash your inner Mimi.
Hold down these thugs.
Yet more abuse of wildlife to murder individuals. Also, it's a good thing you just did this before you did the hacking mission. This was that much harder when I realized I'd done missions out of order and had the flooded waterways to deal with. So, I don't know if you guys actively seek out comic books, but I feel like there's one that, like one batch of the IDW comics that Chocobo would appreciate.
Is that the Wendell comics?
Yes, actually, and beyond that, there's a Transformers My Little Pony crossover comic. 2 installments, actually, that that IDW had made before they lost the Transformers license.
I don't know.
It's actually from these crossovers that I got the name Friendship in Disguise.
I mean, it's a lot better than what I heard
Hold
before.
down these thugs.
I saw a parody of... what was it? It was a parody of a stupid. Oh, the pony. And they said, "My boots, my little boots." I'm like, no. I saw that and I didn't want to jump with them anymore. Ugh.
Keep it up. That's 10 fewer pilots in the finals tomorrow.
So, Burb, if you're alright with hanging out at Bear's place after the stream for a little bit, I can bring you both up to speed with the jetpack itself at the same time.
I just turned
Also fair.
Oh, whoa, what's going on? Can't see. There we go.
Oh, I hate when that happens with a camera.
Two more and we're set. One more pilot and it's a done deal.
Thanks, Minion.
Excellent. That should even the odds tomorrow in the finals.
That wolf's gotta be well fed for weeks.
Yep.
That complains about not having anything to eat in the next 5 minutes.
How do you plan to aircraft control tower.
It's simple, really. The whole system is linked through computer nodes which monitor the power generated by the nearby windmills.
Seriously? All the power around here comes from the local windmills? I thought they were just for looks.
The control nodes tell a different story.
How do you plan to get up there? It's pretty high.
My turbo chair has been outfitted with an extra afterburner. Heights such as that are nothing to me.
So, Chocobo, did you see the other Transformers fanfic I was working on, Transformers Redux?
Not yet. Well, not really. Like I said, not too interested.
Prepare yourself, computer. I will show no mercy.
Okay, that's fair.
This big black memories.
I was still amused that when I told you I destroyed Sir Catch in that story, you were just like, yes!
Looks like I might need to transport the circular lockdown code. Finally, some challenge. Another falls before my digital kung fu.
If it helps, I'm introducing more and more of Mass Effect lore and such into the story, so you can consider it a Transformers Mass Effect crossover if you really wanted to.
Yay, Mass Effect.
If it helps you get into it.
Oh, speaking of comics, I actually just for my birthday, my childhood friend actually got me a hardback copy of a Black Sad.
Cool.
I can't wait to read it because in July I have to head to Pittsburgh. I gotta see
Come,
that.
grasshopper. Kneel before the feet of the master. Looks like they're going to put up a little fight this time.
I always hated that opening barrage for that particular hacking mission.
Yep. Now it can't hurt us. Oh god, oh!
That said, I did like the hacking missions when I played these games.
Looks like they're going to put up a little fight this time. A digital black hole? Gonna have to hack around it. Another terminal terminated.
Oh, him saying that reminds me. There's a Transformers Terminator crossover.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Don't worry, my pet. I'll make this quick and painless.
In that universe, Skynet was created to fight against the Decepticons because the Autobots lost.
Really?
That's just irony on itself. That's just horrible.
And Skynet itself lost.
That doesn't very well.
Like, the Decepticons managed to win, took over the planet. Skynet feigned helplessness in order to preserve itself and made the Decepticons think it allied itself with them, only to develop a new kind of Terminator and a time machine to go back in time to stop the Decepticons from taking over in the first place by eliminating all Cybertronian life and any humans associated with them.
Excellent. Now
And
for the aircraft control tower.
that
Once
Terminator
it's
was
hacked,
very
the
nearly
system
successful
will be mine.
in one of the dumbest moves I've ever seen. It's very clear that the writers favored the Terminator franchise over Transformers because they made the Autobots incredibly dumb
You'll have to use your
for
auxiliary
this plan to
afterburner
work.
get over to that computer. Jump as far as you can towards it, then goose the afterburner.
Basically,
Aha, my
the Terminator that got
final
sent back in time, I will hereby call him Arnold,
Looks like they saved the big code for last. How that be?
took a bunch of Autobot bombs while he was given permission to roam their base because they had allied themselves against the Decepticons because, you know, common enemies. And while in plain view of the Autobots, planted those bombs around their base, their own bombs around their own base. So when he got to a certain distance, he then activated the bombs, destroying the ship and causing the volcano itself that the ship was trapped in to erupt, killing dozens of Autobots at the same time. Again,
Success.
while he was planting these bombs, he was in plain view of several
The
Autobots.
code's unstable. Everything's speeding up.
They made the bots dumb as hell in order to get that to work.
Helicopter.
Windmill throwing stars, eh? This little system bug
Something,
might
windmill
come in
shuriken.
handy.
Got tight. Windmill shuriken.
Windmill no jutsu.
Oh yes, the best for last.
Yep.
We get to hear Bentley utter one of the most savage insults in the entire series. It took me a while to realize what he was actually saying. I had to grow up a little before I understood the insults.
It's time we dealt with Mugshot. We can't risk him taking down the Baron before you in the finals.
Not to mention he deserves a little payback for what he did to
This
our
is gonna be
aircraft.
good.
True,
That's for
true. Since Mugshot's assault, the Baron has been keeping an eye on him. We can't fight him out in the open for risk of getting disqualified. Thankfully, Inspector Fox is out in the field looking for us.
I hear ya. We'll set them against each other. Mugshot is an international criminal after all. Carmelita won't be able to resist.
My only concern is for Inspector Fox's safety.
Oh, don't worry about her. She's more than a match for a meathead like Mugshot.
Okay, I'll pick a fight with Mugshot.
Oh,
and
now you're
bait him
concerned for
into
the people
meeting
you're
in the town
manipulating?
square for our rumble.
You do that.
maybe
I'll
it's
get
just
Carmelita's
because,
attention and lead her back
you know,
here to the same place.
Agreed.
because
I've gotta
it's
hand it to you,
Carmelita, and
Bentley.
therefore
This is a really
significant to
underhanded
one of the
plan.
only two
Why,
people
thank
Bentley
you.
actually cares
I'm
about
feeling
right now.
pretty good about it.
Make that 3 because Guru, right?
Yep.
beat it, twerp. The Black Baron's been giving me the grill since that event in your hangar.
Perhaps you'd like to take out some frustration by engaging in a physical battle with me outside the town square.
No way! I'm being watched here. That, and it wouldn't feel right pounding a four-eyed runt in a wheelchair.
Shows that he's got some semblance of honor. He doesn't feel right hitting someone who can't fight back.
Do you even know what I'm saying to you? Or are you too stupid to understand the words coming in through your ear holes?
What? What's an ear hole? Talk sense, why don't you?
My head is spinning from your breath. What, do you gargle with raw sewage every night before bed?
Yeah, you're half right. I find a nice tang to my breath. Helps maintain my personal space.
You know, I've been thinking about your appearance.
Look, if you don't got nothing to say nice, then don't say nothing at all. Get it?
Oh, I love this one.
Ain't got no sassy comments, smart guy? Oh, I get it. You got nothing nice to say, so you're keeping quiet. That's real cute. You really got nothing nice to say? That's cold.
I'm sure you
You
wouldn't
really got
win
nothing
the
nice
fight
to
anyway.
say?
You've got such
That's
a
cold.
long, sad history of losing to the Cooper gang.
I could go whole gang with one arm if you jerks would sit still. Look at these arms. I'm unstoppable.
Okay, everybody, you know this one? You love it? Here we go.
Your mother was a broken down tub of junk with more gentleman callers than the operator.
Nobody talks that way about my mother. Nobody. Okay, little
Semi-colon destroy, because that was a bird.
Broken down even more.
Town Square, 5 minutes.
That was
Please
a bird.
don't be late.
Seriously, not even a full restore can recover that bird. Woof.
Gonna need a senzu bean for that.
At least
10 beans.
10 sensu beans. That bird was over 9,000.
Okay, Sly. Bugshot is on his way outside. Go find Inspector Fox and lead her back to the town square.
So I'm like, yeah, it took me years before I realized what Bentley was actually saying there. Yikes.
Hey, Inspector Fox. Still looking for a date to the prom?
Quit running and open the
Hey, Inspector Fox, still looking for a date for the prom?
Well, still, I'll put this corsage on you.
When I play this mission, I usually like to sneak around. I pickpocket her first because that's just funny to me. And then I smack pack her from behind with a cane.
Why not face me like a
Get that cutscene and then book it.
Mess with me, that little punk is gonna eat dirt.
Hey!
You're that cop hag that busted me back in Mesa City.
Mugshot, alias
Mugshot, alias Two Gun Tony.
Known as Meathead Mugshot. 7 foot 3 inches,
I really
324 pounds,
Mugshot,
wanted in
alias
7
Two Gun
countries with
Tony,
13
also known as
outstanding
Meathead
warrants for your
Mugshot.
arrest.
7 foot 3 inches, 324 pounds, wanted in 7 countries with 13 outstanding warrants for your arrest. And yes, I'm that cop hag who put you away back in
It's my
Mesa.
duty to put you behind bars. That, and I enjoy making tough guys cry like the stupid babies they really are.
I ain't no stupid baby.
Like the cry like one. Let's go.
Chicks like you make me glad I hate chicks like you. Dodge this law, girl.
seriously, when the jobs themselves are over and you can come back for like bonus missions, one of them is make sure you can take down a specific number of bugs before you actually take down Mugshot. It's one of my favorite bonus missions in the game. It's only because you have to play as Carmelita a little more, and I find her playstyle to be ridiculously fun. She's just as mobile, if a little less varied, as Sly. The shock pistol is basically a guaranteed kill on non-mugshot enemies.
I gotta kick him. Gotta kick him. Oh, and forget this. There you go.
Mother, that you? I'm sorry. I didn't know
it was yours.
Booking this idiot will take all night. Oh well.
Oh well, I'm sure Cooper won't make his move anytime soon. And I love how, despite starting this job with Bentley, Carmelita gets the job complete screen.
Dog-fighting competition. Put on your helmets, because it's time for Operation Turbo Dominant Eagle. In just a few hours, Team Iceland and Team Belgium will begin fighting it out in the B-Champs round. This will provide the perfect cover for step 1.
How much caffeine were you on when you wrote that job title, Bentley?
Use the catapult and your paraglider to get access to the local gun.
I've been awake for 3 days on nothing but coffee. Yes, I'm tired.
Well, he did take a full week. He did take a full week to bring into
With it out of commission, the Baron will have to use an unscrambled radio frequency to call in the gunships for backup. If that happens, I'll be ready with our secret weapon. And with the tracking devices installed,
go lay down.
guaranteed to miss.
You still got time, just go lay down.
It'll be up to Sly. This is a sudden death competition. The first team to take out last year's champ wins. That's if the Black Baron doesn't take out all the
I
competition.
really should have given you the Toonami playing code before we started this episode.
You mean R1 down right, right down right?
The fact that you have it memorized scares me. Like, I still have it written down on paper that I keep in the game's box. Ooh, shiny. What the? Get back here, you freaking hot ornament!
Axel, the B-Champs dogfight is beginning. With these guys going at it, no one will notice as you slip onto the gunships and plant the track device.
Sounds straightforward enough. Where'd you get these trackers? They look kind of funny.
Best I can do on short notice. They're sensitive to extreme changes in altitude. You'll have to pull this job on high elevation or it's a bust.
Shouldn't be a problem.
was legitimately freaking out that you might end up like falling there.
If I'm not mistaken, there should be a pressure vent near the front of the aircraft. It might be just the thing to give you a lift.
It is a good thing Sly is not actually afraid of heights.
My big ass is terrified of heights.
I myself, I have a phobia of heights.
Great. Just one more tracker and we're in business.
I'm a low-flying Latios. I am scared of getting up too high. Like, to the degree where when I was younger, I had issues just being on the second floor of a building, let alone any higher than that.
Nice work, Flyboy. The gunship's GPS data is flowing in. Head back to the hangar and suit up. All right, Murray. The Black Baron's communication antenna is held up by 3 support beams. Pull them out of place, and the whole array will fall apart.
If you thought dealing with those mines was a pain in the neck, it's gonna be so much worse.
Keep it up. The falling planes are dangerous, but they're perfect cover for this operation.
And for several of these pilots, the last thing they see is a hippo in a freaking rowboat. I guess I just ended up getting a bad run of luck because I keep getting hit with the freaking falling planes. Even when I try dodging.
Well, this is it. I am the Tiger, pal. Look for the Black Baron. Take him out and this competition is all over. And go easy on the throttle. It's been sticking lately.
Quit worrying. I'll see you in the winner's circle.
One of the things I loved using the Tsunami plane in this part of the game for was that you never had to worry about running out of ammo if you just kept spamming the missiles on these guys.
There we go.
Of course, I can't remember if using the missiles did much good.
Look at his health bar.
You mean the one that's blocked by the little green logo?
Oh, it's good. It's. I wish you'd seen that. Wow, I absolutely destroyed it. Take that plane.
Yeah, that's why I love using this plane.
Roger, Baron. All units en route.
Sorry, Baron, but you'll have to fight fair this year.
Chugabard. Red Mill Shuriken.
I love how this one actually got damaged before it launched because planes have crashed into it.
Oh no, you don't, you weasel.
Yeah. Very willing to cheat, huh, Penelope?
I beat you. Your biplane is in pieces.
We're both airborne, aren't we? The victor has yet to be decided.
Then, let's settle it.
Weasel, am I? Yeah, you're right. Mouse is more like it.
If you fight as well as you fly, this shouldn't
I
take
actually
long.
kind of seen amount of fighting experience as a Baron, and I didn't spend a good 10 years of my life, learning martial arts.
We have very different fighting styles, at least when it comes to dodging his attacks. When he goes for the big punch, I'd actually jump over him and smack him from behind. I can't guarantee it'll work for everybody, but that's what worked for me.
Men, come out here and help me! I'll double your weight!
Grab it! No!
Victory! I have won again! On guard!
Keep your distance. He's a master boxer. Wait till he commits to a big punch, then strike.
Men, repel the enemy!
Ah, yes, the cheese method. Hey, if it works, it works.
Attack, I say! Dismiss this bounder! On guard!
What? Whenever I see Slug dropping from the plane like that and he's flying with Goofy, I keep hearing Goofy scream. I don't know why.
Earn your pay, you claws!
Paradox made that return work better for her.
glow.
That's enough. You win, Cooper.
Wait, you?
Poof.
You're Penelope, the Baron's mechanic. No, you are the Black Baron.
You're
Someone was
Penelope,
bound to
the
find
Bear's
out
mechanic.
sooner or later.
No, wait, you are the Black Baron.
But why?
Look, let's talk on the ground where it's safe.
It was quite a revelation. Penelope and the Black Baron were one and the same. But
Honestly, I
before
feel
we
like
go
the
even
job
process
complete
this
sign should have had
turn,
all three of us,
Winners
Sly, Bentley, and Murray there instead
somehow,
of just
against
Sly.
all odds, we become this year's champions. There was a bit of an awkward moment between Bentley and Penelope. I guess the photos they'd sent each other over the internet were a bit exaggerated. That night, Penelope explained that the disguise was invented to get her past the Dogfighting League's strict age requirements. However, after winning, the Baron became a celebrity, and she found herself putting on the costume more and more often. But now, with the Black Baron out of the picture, she was free to take up a new path, and she joined the gang without hesitation. The next day, our newest recruit treated us to a week-long aerial
And
tour
it's
of Hollywood.
that right there that makes me go, but why did you betray them later?
She was fitting in
Smell
just
that?
fine.
Smell that? That smells like jealousy. Jealousy.
Like I said, in the case of the Cooper fanfiction I'm doing, I had it be more like she came across the wrong item at the wrong time and it started messing with her head. As clockwork eyes tend to do.
That they do.
After a careful analysis of Dr. M's fortress, Bentley came to the difficult conclusion that his demolition skills just weren't going to be enough. If we wanted to get inside the Cooper vault, we'd have to recruit a full-time demolition specialist. However, Bentley's
Someone
proposed
help the
candidate
poor
was a
guy. He
shock
clearly
to
wants
my
some
old
food.
enemy, the Panda King.
I was actually surprised when I first saw it. I was like, what? The Panda King? No way.
As a member of the original Fiendish Five,
Since this was
he
my
was
first game,
participating
I
with my
honestly
dad in
didn't know what to
stealing pages from
expect
the
from this
devious
guy.
raccoonist.
And then I saw this
Eventually,
part of the
I caught up with
cutscene.
him, and I claimed back what he had stolen. There was no way I was gonna let that monster on my team, but Bentley was firm. He discovered the Panda
Nice
King
attention
had
to
left
detail
his
that they're
behind
actually
and
using a
was now
design
alone,
more like
living the life of
the
quiet
CG model
meditation
Sly
high up
had in the
mountains.
first game. Backpack and all.
I wasn't at all convinced, but there was no denying that he had the skills we needed if we were to succeed. So the gang packed up, put on our disguises, and headed east to China.
Guru cleans up quite nicely.
That
He
does.
rocks that suit.
That he does. Quinlan Mountains, China, 6:31 a.m.
This game also gave me what was, for a little while, basically a meme between me and my sisters. It's the team van! Last I saw it, it was floating away on a block of ice in Canada!
Canada, eh?
Stay sharp, team. For all we know, the Panda King's just as dangerous as ever.
How can you say that? Just look at him. Have you ever seen someone more at peace with the world?
I'll admit,
Kinda like
he does
Bear
look kind
here.
of
He's
zenned
dead
out.
asleep.
Mr. King, Honorable Panda King, we humbly wish to speak with you.
Guess he doesn't want to talk. Sorry, Bentley. Let's go.
Be realistic, Sly.
Oh, he
He's
can't hear us. Let's go.
clearly in a deep meditative trance. It'll take some doing, but I think I see a way to get the team up to his shrine.
I love the passive-aggressive, sarcastic jab Sly sends the Panda King's way up until the point where they get to talk to each other proper.
Never had to walk anywhere back then.
Okay, okay. Let's just get this over with.
Murray, you're up first. If you could get to the top of that pillar, you should be able to use
Like,
your
you can tell
ball
just
move
by
to
the little
bounce
jab
all the way
Sly
up
is
the
poking at him, like,
Okay.
Sly
bouncing
very
is
much
a lot
does not
easier
like
than
this
more
man.
walking. Seriously, you guys want to see my blisters?
No way. Is he serious?
His blisters are blisters.
Yeah, okay, master. Bouncing, pillars, piece of cake.
Cake. Yeet. Let's go.
I hear that. Sometimes you've got to be firm.
No, seriously. Was he for real about the blisters? Cause, I don't know, it's... Yeesh.
Oh, that's right. This one.
I think you're supposed to, like, go into ball form immediately after jumping upon the trampoline thing and just... Oh, never mind.
Okay, I'm in position.
Penelope, you're up
Like,
next.
I usually just try to
I'm
land
not
on
sure
the
if you're
hand
aware,
statue things, but
Sly
apparently
could
I don't
jump
have to
on
do that.
small points. Those
Good to
bamboo
note.
shoots would be an ideal means of ascent if they weren't spaced so far apart.
Hold on. Let me see if I can figure it out for myself.
It's, got to do with the ice.
Okay, so clearly we need more points in order for Sly to ascend. The problem? Where we're going to get them. The answer? Split each chute down the middle, thereby doubling the points of ascension. However, the ice down there appears too thin to walk on, so there's no way to do it by hand. So, I'll need to use my lightweight remote control car to split the trees for us.
Perfect. Well, that's it, exactly.
Great! Anything for Sly. I love to see him pull off those athletic moves.
My God, I forgot how much of a giant thirst Penelope has.
I installed a turret on this little lady.
Well, that crush will eventually go away in the next episode.
Two more to go. One tree left. Yes! There you go, Sly. Hope it's everything you could have wished for.
Thanks. It looks great.
My pleasure. Really.
And no,
Anytime.
Sly looks genuinely uncomfortable with that.
You climbed up there and joined Murray?
Yeah, sure.
I feel like Ryuichi could grow up in here.
Ryuichi would be proud to see you using his technique so effortlessly.
Yeah.
Whack the supports up on those pinwheels.
Really?
Pinwheel destabilization is the
Really?
cornerstone of this plan.
Okay.
Jump into my hands and I'll throw you up there.
Abraca yeet!
Abracadabra, this is a magic trick. Abraca yeet! Abraca yeet!
Somehow I lost my headphone.
I'm all done up
Where
here.
are you?
Oh God,
Excellent.
I hate this
Now that the pinwheels are unstable, I just need to light them up with my darts. One shot per rocket should do the trick.
Fun fact, if you press the attack button while the guru has possessed someone, you can use their weapons to attack. Found that out by accident. Then I practiced on the flashlight guards back in the Australia level. Yeah, this was a pain in the neck though.
There we go. We're good.
I'll be back in a couple.
Alrighty.
Those pinwheels are about to go. Guru, feel up for a challenge? Well, that's right. You should be able to persuade the guards to help you get up to those rockets.
Oh, hiya.
What the? How'd I get up here?
And he's gone. They go. Vandalism.
Strong work. That
Yet another of the
pinwheel
many,
should
many
serve
charges
as
against
an
the Cooper
excellent
gang.
makeshift elevator.
Hola, what did I?
Look away from us. It looks like a jiggly sack of potatoes.
Koala spuds.
Sticks.
I agree. He's in a super meditative state.
So let's just shout in his ear.
Now, to break him out of this trance, we'll need to delve into his mind.
A hacksaw then?
No!
Okay,
It'll
where's my psycho
require
portal? I know
channeling.
it's somewhere.
Slut, sit beside the Panda King. The Guru will bridge your mind.
Well, thankfully we don't necessarily need it. We have an alternative.
Yeah, thank you, Hero. This brings back memories. One of my favorite games, Skull and Sly Cooper.
I see you carry the cane of the notorious Cooper Thief clan. Have you come here for revenge? To steal back the devious raccoons?
Whoa. This
Whoa,
is
this
just
reminds me
like
of
the
the time I beat the
the
stuffing out of you.
Why should you care if I bury a few worthless villagers in the snow? You are a thief, just like me.
Yeah, are you even listening to what I'm saying?
Insolent child, you shall pay dearly for your disrespect. Still, to honor your Cooper ancestry, I will send you to your doom with the beauty of my new firework technique. Flame Fool.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
The fact that you don't operate on the live system anymore here makes this fight even more ridiculously easy.
Snap out of it. This is all in your head.
My mind is clear, focused on your destruction.
We both
Gotta
know
break
why
him out of
you're
this
here.
memory loop.
You're fixated on
Maybe
the
I
moment of your
should
greatest defeat. I beat you, and forever after you've wondered how it all fell apart.
Make him sad was the first thing you did.
You ruined me.
I know what it's like to be sad.
Panda King.
But thankfully,
And I've
got
hated
that right.
you, but that doesn't make any of this real. Years have passed, and we both changed. Come out of this. Let's meet each other as we are today, and let go of who we were when this fight occurred.
You are correct.
Oh, wow.
Forgive me. My mind is not always my own.
There are actually darker spots on the Panda King's torso, so you can tell, yeah, this is the Sly 3 model, slightly altered and recolored her to look like the Sly 1 version.
Really hit it off with the old guy. The whole deal would have been a bust.
Because he's darker where his vest and firework ammo should be.
How he lost a member of his own family. A daughter who was abducted by a powerful general from the northern.
Oh god, this guy.
What a cock.
He gives birds
Literally, he's a rooster.
Yep, and his name is General Sal. So General Sal
was exiled.
Wait.
Oh god, I get the chicken joke.
We agreed to help him recover his lost daughter in exchange for his skills in the Cooper Vault job.
Let's check.
I still wasn't
A
convinced
rooster
this
is a
was good
boy
idea,
chicken.
but
Okay.
deal's a deal.
Yeah, General Sal. As in General Sal's chicken. Ugh.
Considering he throws fireballs on occasion, I guess he fits the spicy requirements.
Yep. Well, it's almost 4 o'clock. Better wake up the bear to let him know it's almost time to go. I don't want to break his stuff.
Considering we're basically at the start of this episode and haven't really gotten in, yeah, I can say I agree. This would be a good place to stop.
She's being kept against her will
by this man, General Sal. A real peach, this guy. During
The only compliment I can give this jackass is that he's one of the only few people to actually see through the Cooper Gang's disguises, and the only one to actually find their safe house.
Yep.
Here's the plan. First, I'll approach Sal in disguise and attempt to get hired as his wedding planner.
Still what take when Benson described this guy. Real peach, this guy. On surveillance, I actually saw him pick a puppy. What?
The two of us will need to work together to steal a pair of twin keys and break into Sal's house of business. Once inside, I'll need to utilize some new technology to circumvent their old tight security. Finally, thanks to Penelope's air sweeps, we've picked up an unusual radio signature out in the water. Someone will need to go eyeball the anomaly and figure out what it is. We can't leave anything up to chance here, or Jing King lives unhappily ever after.
Dang it.
Two of my favorite gadgets for Bentley in this game, the grapple cam and the health extractor.
Time to end the stream.
I fell asleep. Oh boy.
Grab your glasses so crush them. There you go. Come.
On the bright side, at least it was only Chocobo poking you with something instead of me having the goat scream go off.
You're already calmed down. I didn't want to wake you up. You need your sleep.
Well,
We did complete.
goodbye
Final
everyone, I'll remember
Fantasy.
you all in therapy.
So yeah, with all that said and done, this has been Vegas Bear 92, Gaming Chocobo, and Lantios. And we will see you guys next time.